Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Latif Salim Walo. Call me Uncle Tiff, the ICT guy. I'm a teacher of ICT and I'm attached to these schools. Okay. Now, if you're new on this channel, consider subscribing to this channel, such that every time I upload a new video, you can as well be notified about such videos. Then try to share such kind of tutorials with your colleagues such that they can as well help our learners. Okay. I happened landing on a given sample item given this new curriculum, and I felt we can have a look at it such that we can as well help our learners on how to approach on such an item. Okay. Down here is the item that I'm talking about. Let me try to zoom about. So here is such an item, paper 2. This item 1, always questions in the new curriculum. When it comes to ICT, they are always phrased in such a manner. Okay. If we can read through, it is telling us that in a small town, a local charity organization called the Help Hands Foundation has been managing donations and distribution manually. The secretary of the organization maintains a large ledger book to record donations from benefactors and the distributions to beneficiaries. Recently, some donors have expressed concerns about the transparency and accuracy of the records. Additionally, during the last meeting, a new volunteer suggested digitizing the records for better efficiency and reliability. The organization welcomed the idea, but most of the members are not familiar with using computers. The records from the ledger book have been transcribed and provided in the support file helphands.docs, and an example thank you letter to donors is available in the file thanks.docs. Well, then down here is the task. Using the support files provided, part A, create an electronic database of the records and use it to generate a report showing the total donations received over the past year. Part B says, generate a list of beneficiaries who received donations and prepare a personalized thank you letter for each donor. Okay? Yes. Now, how can we approach this question? But before approaching this question, there is something that we need to have in mind, and that is what we call the element of construct. Okay? Let's look at it. For such an item, always remind your learners about what we call the elements of construct. And for such an item, a learner is supposed to manipulate data. Using different application programs. That means that in an item like this one, a learner is expected to utilize or to work upon this item using more than one application program. Okay? You're supposed to use more than one application program. And what is the examiner interested in? The examiner will look at the skills that you would have exhibited while manipulating such an item. And down here are some of the skills that the examiner is interested in seeing in your item. So, 1, our learners are supposed to use appropriate application. You need to look at the appropriate application when using or when working upon such an item. Then also, data entry. Have you tried to enter data correctly? For example, tabulating this data, having this data in the form of a table. Have you tried to edit, making some kind of editings? and then also formatting, making some changes in your work using relevant application tools. Have you used the relevant application tools while working upon this application? While working upon this item. Then, is also your work represented on some graphical charts or objects? Okay, like a graph, like a graphs, like a chart, like a pie chart. Anything. Okay. Then also, a learner is expected to present his or her product in both soft copy and hard copy. You get that, members? All right. So let us dive in and we see how such an item can be worked upon. All we shall do, first of all, is to create a folder. Always remind our students to create a folder when working upon such kind of items. So we shall first create a folder here. Create a folder. I'm going to name it Latif Salim. My personal number is 012. Okay, yes. Then I'll open this folder. Inside the major folder, I will as well create a sub folder. So I'm going to create a sub folder and I will name it item 1. Item 1, because we are working with item 1. Okay, all right. So that's enough for now. I have my folder with bearing my name and then my personal number. Down here is the item that we need to look at. So they've told us that already we have our support files bearing some files in there. So that means that we are going to open up this file named help hands, and then we see how we can manipulate over it. So I will go and open up my folder. My support folder is here. I'll open it. Here it is. Then our file is here. I'll just open up my file. It is loading. Yes. So this is the kind of data or content in our file. Okay. So all I will do to ease my work and not to take a lot of time. Always, normally learners opt to use different applications like spreadsheets or database. You can as well work upon such an item using either you can use Excel, you can use a database, and in most cases, if someone wanted to work upon such an item using Excel, you'll see this person trying to open up an Excel sheet and then trying to type in, taking a lot of time. All we can do is to select all this data, select that data, then we shall go to insert, then choose table. Now under table, choose convert text to table. Convert text to table. Click on this. Yes. Then I'll say okay. See? Now our table is already there. You see? Now, if we revisit our element of construct, have you seen this? Do you recall this? Using an appropriate application, you see? And then data entry, tabulation of data, already having our table makes us score a mark here. I think you can see that. So we can continue and see. Now after doing this, we can try to make some changes. That's formatting. We can make some changes. We can make some edit. I think there is no need of editing here. Maybe this error here. It's all about right clicking, and then we can say ignore. You see? So I can have something like remember, this is a table. I can have something like a heading or a title, and if we revisit our question, it's all about Create an electronic database of the records and use it to generate report cards showing the total donations received over the year. You see that? So we can even call our table, we can have a title as total donations. I can say total donations, anything. So I can go here and then I'll have my table. Can say table showing total donations. Yes, donations. You see? So I may select this, I may bold it, I may underline, sorry, I may center it, I may underline. You see? And that's all about formatting. I can change the font color, can give it red, I can give it green, I prefer green. I can increase on the font size, maybe 20. You see? Then also, to make my work different from the rest of the learners, I may insert in a header and even a footer. I can say insert footer. Under footer, I'm going to insert my personal number. I'll say 012. And even say personal number 012. Then I can go for the footer and insert my name, Latif Salim. You see that? Okay. So I'll now save this. I'll now save this in my folder. You get members. So I will go to file, then I'll go to save as, browse my folder. My folder is on a desktop, so it is here. Double click, then under item 1, my subfolder in there, then I can say help hands donations. I can say help hands donations, donations. Then I'll say save. Okay, that's 1. 2, I can even close that. Then the other is to use another application program. I can still utilize this data in this table and then have it done in an Excel sheet. So I will minimize this. I will go back to my folder, go to my subfolder in here, then I'll create an Excel sheet. I'll say new, then Excel. You see, Excel sheet. Okay, we shall rename it later. So I'll open this. I'll open that. Go back, minimize, open up my data in the table in Word. So I'll just go and hold my table, copy it, close. I will remember we had minimized our Excel sheet. So I'll go to our sheet and then I'll get it pasted there. You see? Now to make our values available or displayed, or yes, I will try just to increase on the column size. Shall increase on the column size. Yes. Something like that. Yes. So we can as well revisit our item such that we can make more other changes here. Create an electronic database and use it to generate report cards showing the total donations received over the past year. So here, if they're talking about total donations, I may try to make some calculations here. I'll go down here and call this total donations. total donations. So in here I'll say equals sum, open the brackets, we get a cell range. This is B, B2, yes, B2 to B7 to B7, you see. Then I'll close this. Yes, so I may opt to bold them. I may also increase on the fonts. I think this is okay. Yeah, can also make some changes if possible. I can put in some separators here. Currency, I may not need the smaller places. Number, sorry, yeah, number. So I'll say use separators. Okay, see, then it is a table as well. I can as well have a title. I'll go to my row 1 and then I'll say insert. Then up to, I'll select from column A1 to F1. Then I'll merge this. I may merge and center. Then I'll say can say table, showing I can even say help hands table. Help hands, yes, help hands sheet, help hands sheet. Showing the number of beneficiaries, showing the number of beneficiaries and or with their donation amount. Yes, I think that's okay. I will bold this as well. I will increase on the font size. I think we can have 12. Okay, I may also opt to have a color. Yes. So I'll save this, save as. Remember, we are saving under the same folder members. So I will browse desktop, go for Latif Salim 012 under subfolder 1. Then instead of new Microsoft Excel sheet, we are going to call this donation amount. And call it donation amount or total donation amounts, you can say. But it is okay. I think we can even just say total or donation amount, anything. Save. So I think this is also done. Maybe is to have these figures also in a table, with a border, just like the rest of the values. Yeah, I'll just select this and then I'll go to table border, then I'll say all borders. Yes, save. Alright, so members, that's fine. I'll close this. The other, so that means that we are done with part A. We are done with part A. I've used like 2 applications. I've used Word and then Excel. So I can now move to part B. Generate a list of beneficiaries who receive donations. Yes, and prepare a personalized thank you letter for each donor. Remember, we have a file about this. So I'll just go and open up that file. That means that we shall okay, we no longer need this sheet here. We shall delete it. All right, so shall close this, go back to our support files. We have this file having a format of the letter, you know. So here is the format. Here is our letter format. All we shall do is to mail merge. Shall use a mail merge feature, you see. Yes, so we shall go to mailings, then we shall go to start mail merge, then we are mailing letters. Okay, then we shall go and select recipient. Use an existing list. Already we have a list in a tabular form. So we shall browse our list. It is on a desktop under Latif Salim 02 item 1. Here is our list here, members. So just click on it and then we shall say open. Sorry. Yeah, we have already selected start mail merge. Okay, select recipient, use an existing. Okay, desktop, Latif Salim item 1. Help hands. This is the file that we want to mail. It's okay. Yes. So under here where we see these curly brackets, it means it's a feature that we need to mail merge. Okay, so we shall go to this, shall remove that, and then we shall go to insert. There's an error somewhere, excuse me, there's an error somewhere. So let us first let me try to cross check around and see what's happening. Let me try to confirm first here. Oh, I think this is bringing it is bringing a challenge. Let us first remove this and see. Yeah, let us first remove that and see whether this will not work. Okay, I've just tried to remove the heading or the title and see whether our file will be merged well, our letters will be created. So I'll go back to the support file. Remember, we want now to create those letters. So I'll go to thank you. Yes. So we shall go to mailings, start mail merge letters. select recipient, use an existing list. Now desktop, Latif Salim, item 1, help hands donation. We shall say open. Yeah, I think we are good to go now. We are good to go. So under this, we shall we have already selected recipients. All right, so here we shall go to any item here. Any text that you see with the curly brackets means it's such an item that you need to mail merge or to replace with a merged feature. So that's date. So we shall go to insert merge field. So this is date, date of donation, date of distribution. I think it's date of donation. Yes, date of donation. You can make some editings here as well. We may need this to be bolded. So then, dear donor, we'll replace this with the donor name. All right, donor name. We shall also try to bold that. Then donation amount. Donation amount, we'll replace it with a donation amount. Okay, then date of donation. Oh, okay, so this is date of donation, and then the first one was another field. This is date of donation, so that means that here it was supposed to be distribution date. Distribution, date of distribution. Yes, then a beneficiary name, beneficiary name. Okay, then as we continue down here, we have your name. Your name. So here I'm going to write my name. I will say Latif Salim. My title in this organization, maybe a field manager. I will say field manager. Field manager. Field manager. Help Hands Foundation. Contact info. I just write here my contacts. I'll say 0752977944. Okay. All 0782977944. Okay, yes, so I think we are almost done. We can still make some editings. We can make some editings here. For example, having you can preview first. You can preview results and see. You see? Yeah, this is how our letter is going to look like. So I can edit, or instead of taking out of time, this is already done. You just need to come here and say finish and merge. You can say finish. So under finish and merge, you can edit from here. Actually, if you want to add in more other editings, you want to make more other editings like inserting a header and footer in your work, you can do it from here. Edit individual documents. Then shall say all. See, you can now cross check. Our letters. You see, so here are our letters. So all, I'll just go to file and then we save. Browse. We shall go to desktop. Latif Salim, item 1. Then I'll say help hands letters, or thank you letters, help hands, thank you letters. Okay, shall say save. Okay, so if you close, we shall just close here, we shall close this, don't save. Shall revisit our folder and see whether item 1, you see now all our work is under our subfolder item 1. So that means that we have tried to manipulate this item using more than one application. Actually, we have used the spreadsheet, and we have used Word. We have used the Word. But remember, if there's something that we have forgotten, members, if you go and revisit our element of construct in our sheets, we never tried to represent this work in on a given graph. See, I'd forgotten that. We can have something done with that, such that we can as well get some scores from that. So we shall select this. We shall select names and then their donation amount, and then say insert. You can choose any graph here, recommended graph. I think you can go with even the first one. Then shall say okay. So we have a graph here with us. You can put it down, or you can have it here. You can have it there, or you can have it down here. So our graph is trying to represent members who received members and then their donation amount actually. So we can say here graph showing. You can say graph. I got graph showing members and their donation amount. You can even bold this. You can bold. We can give it a given font color. I think we can go with red. Okay, you can also have can insert some you can have these axes. We have the y-axis and then x-axis. Here we can have this. So here we can call this amount, and then down here we shall say names or members, names of members. So you can say amount or donation amount. You can say donation amount, and then down here you can say members names, members. Members names, you see. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's enough. We can also have a footer under this sheet. Insert header and footer. Again which print? I want to insert a header. The current print is unavailable, or select another print. I don't know why it's bringing this. Insert. This is header and footer, you know. The current print is enough. Okay, so I think all we wanted, members, is done. All we wanted is done. Yeah, so we have our spreadsheet, we have our table here, we have our table. It's already there. Good enough. At least we have some footers and then headers in this other text. If you want, you can still make, you can make as many changes as you can. You see, even this table, if you want, you can give it another look. You can just come here and then you give it a look. You see, and that's not good, that's not proper. I think we can go with this one. Yeah, there are different colors here, members. Can go with that one. Then I just say Ctrl S or 7. So we have our table there, we have our letters with us, we have our letters with us. You can also insert if you want, you can insert headers from this section also. This is Latif Salim. Okay, then when you go to footer, I'll just put in my index number or personal number 012. Should say close, save. To make your work different from the rest of the learners, it's better you have you customize your pages by having either footers or headers. So members, I think that's all. That's all that you're supposed to do in this item. So consider subscribing to my channel. If you visit YouTube, this is my name. Just look for this name here, search for this name on YouTube. Subscribe, you can comment on these videos, you can share, you know. Most importantly, sharing. Share these tutorials to our colleagues such that they can help our learners in their schools. Okay, yes. So thank you very much. Wait for the other item. I'm planning to do another item in the next video. So for now, thank you very much and God bless.